treasure, you can have it. I left everything I gathered together in one place. Now you just have to find it.
These words lured men to the Grand Line in pursuit of dreams greater than they'd ever dared to imagine. This is the time known as the Great Pirate Era.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
Dude, this scene just gives me goosebumps. It's super surreal almost. The high energy is just so perfect. Just one single shot, it's able to impress me so much. Just look at it. That's fucking magical. This is gonna be sort of a bold statement, but after analyzing this and looking into it, all that jazz, I kind of realized this really is the perfect opening. And like I say this pretty loosely, of course, there could be something that does trounce this that I haven't seen before. And also, it may not be the best opening, but it does everything it needs to do. It does its job perfectly. The amazing thing about this is within, I believe, 30 seconds to like a minute, you get all the information you need to start watching. The whole plot, the basic synopsis and whatnot is all described within this short amount of time. And the way the show gets away with this is very seamless. You know, it doesn't feel forced upon the viewer. Nothing seems out of place. It just all fits very naturally. Aside from that, the song is absolute fire, and surprisingly, the dubbed version I actually really mess with. I usually don't like dubbed openings at all. And no, I'm not talking about the fucking terrible 4Kids version. Speaking of the audio department, it's top notch. Like, the sound effects are so nicely placed in. Luffy's punch, Zoro's blades going like shing, and then Nami beating the shit out of that one guy, and then Sanji doing that thing with his legs. I still don't understand that. Everything else is placed so nicely. It helps with the beat of the song. This brings me also to my next point. Not only is the viewer quickly being informed on the plot itself, we kind of get to see a bit of a sneak peek of all the characters and what abilities they have. I could definitely see people arguing against this, saying that it sort of spoils everything, but personally, I feel like that does the opposite. It gets you excited to meet all these new characters. Consider it like a free sample that you get easily hooked on, coming back for more. And honestly, the same goes with the villains. They're pretty much foreshadowed within the beat of the song as well. And in this same case, same thing flies. It creates a good amount of curiosity. It gets the viewer hyped to see what kind of deceitful motives they have. All in all, if there was something left to say, right away from watching it, it oddly reminded me of Pokemon, and I know it sounds kind of weird. I'm talking about the original Pokemon as well. The opening of that. I don't know, it has this very nice 90s aesthetic vibe to it. It's very hard to explain, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. It has that vibe, and it does it very well. I can imagine a lot of children growing up with this and having a lot of nostalgia for it, and to be fair, I am kind of a little bit jealous of that. And it's weird because the first frame of animation that I showed you guys in the beginning of the video, that, like I said, it gives me low-key goosebumps, but like in the weirdest way possible. I think the themes of One Piece is definitely adventure, and that moment just sums everything up. It's so exciting to see that frame of animation go by. Just that run cycle, jumping off that cliff. It says a lot. I mean, considering this first point, number one, it's kind of showing you that it's good to take risks. No normal person would jump off a cliff, but instead, in Luffy's case, he just does that. In addition, one other thing to keep in mind is this is our first impression of Luffy. This is the first time anybody, unless you read the manga, this is the first time on screen that anybody got to see him. And his first actions, his first impressions are what really count. It showed us that this is an energetic character, this is someone who's going to take a risk, this is someone who's going to be chaotic and fun. Look, I get that I'm hyping up this 5 to 10 second animation skit, but I'm just spilling my guts over this mic, and like, that's just kind of how I truly feel about this. I don't know, that's the first impression that Luffy and this opening set on me. It told me that this was going to be an exciting show about cool pirates venturing and taking all these cool risks, all this chaotic fiasco. I don't know, that's what it told me, and to be honest, I think it does its opening quite perfectly. Maybe there'll be something else in the future to take its place. For now though, from what I watched, I think this is the perfect opening, and if you haven't watched the show, please, by all means, watch it. If you have watched the show before, then you know why this is a good opening. It doesn't have to be your favorite opening, but this one is pretty damn solid. And for me, it's very iconic.